Hey guys, Brian Myers. I'm a level 2 SFG kettlebell instructor here in Amarillo, Texas at Primitive Strength, and I just want to go over the many uses of the half kneeling windmill. Okay, our logo is a windmill. It's a hip hinge and a thoracic rotation. That's a level 2 move. It's awesome, but we're going to regress and go into the half kneeling windmill and talk about some multiple uses that you can use the half kneeling windmill for before progressing to full windmills. So, half kneeling windmill, if you don't know what that is, you do it in a Turkish get-up. Okay, so first thing, I'm just going to start from a half kneeling position. I've got a light bell just for practice. This is a 12-kilo bell. I'm going to take it up. This is a half kneeling windmill. I'm going to hinge with thoracic rotation to put my hand on the ground. Half kneeling windmill. You do that in the Turkish get-up. Okay. So it's excellent practice for hinging, thoracic rotation, keeping the lat locked in and engaged into your half kneeling windmill. You can also go for a self-check to make sure that your hand is the correct distance away from the knee. When you go into half kneeling windmill, dropping that elbow down, and it should be in alignment with the hand, elbow, knee, and foot, and it should be fairly close. The elbow should be fairly close to the knee, okay? So that's one of the uses, is checking on the TGU in the half kneeling windmill. The second, you can actually do half kneeling windmills without putting the hand on the ground, which lead into the full windmill. I have my students put their hand on their ribs and their lat so they can feel the engagement of the lat pulling the shoulder down and keeping it in socket, and then we are going to hinge with a thoracic rotation, only going as deep as we feel comfortable. What I also look for is separation between the bottom of the ribs and the top of the pelvis. If they're coming over and opening up really wide right here, they're going too far. This engagement of the lat, they're not keeping that engaged. So we want to look for the same distance between the bottom of the rib and the top of the pelvis as we hinge with our thoracic rotation. Okay? Third thing that you can use this for is leading into the bent press with some bent press practice. So I'm going to come into my half kneeling windmill position in the Turkish get-up, turn my palm towards my head, keep my forearm vertical, and drop down into basically a crooked arm bar. And then I'm going to fill my lat up with air. I'm going to take a big breath in, fill my lat up with air, and I'm going to push myself underneath the bell as I drop my elbow to the ground. Okay, working on keeping that lat engaged and actually pressing myself underneath the bell instead of pressing up, pushing underneath the bell in the half kneeling windmill. So whatever you're working on, if you're working on perfecting your Turkish get-up in this half kneeling windmill position, working on the hinge and the rotation, that's number one. Number two is working towards the windmill, the standing windmill, and doing just a half kneeling windmill without reaching for the ground. And then number three, working on your bent press. Everything, the lat is huge in everything that we do. So that's the number one thing I tell my students to watch for, is that engagement of the lat, making sure that the shoulder's not coming out of socket and they're not opening up too wide as they come over. And thoracic rotation, not lumbar rotation. We've got a hinge, thoracic rotation. Okay, so just some different drills that you can use in the half kneeling windmill. Pretty cool move. Hope that helps. Put it to use. Have a great day.